Vaginal sclerosis.
Yeah.
If you or someone you know ever went outside since 1986, you might have mesothelioma vaginal sclerosis.
Mesothelioma. What's
Called it-
mesothelioma? That's like your throat is all lungs,
Your
right?
throat is lungs,
your
dude.
throat, your
Yeah.
throat's full of lungs.
You wake up as a fucking cockroach, Franz Kafka.
Enjoy your clams, cocksuckers.
Master Clam talking. You know anything about clams? If the press finds out about these bad clams. That's a bad clam, all right.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're friggin' like rip roaring going, dude. We've been doing this like bang bang bang, you know.
What
We're
Jared
getting pretty
means
good.
is, wow, Joe, you've been surprisingly consistent.
Yeah, good boy. You've been a good boy lately.
Thanks, dude. Yep. Hey, you want to edit something out?
No. You know how hard it is. Do you know how fucking annoying it was to blur that shit before?
All right, I'll put them away.
Yeah, please. Anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Episode 20.
Now we start. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episodes 20. We've been rip roaring through time.
You fucking son of a bitch. I just said that. I'm gonna keep all of it in.
Well,
Episode 26. We're here. This is the Orange Couch episode
yep.
because
I was a prick this morning. When I wake up for like the first hour and a half that I'm awake, I'm like
it's bad.
I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Jared knows that. Like, I'll basically, like, if I text something rude, Jared would be like, "Oh, would you just wake up?" And I did just wake up.
What is it? You just wake up like
I'm moody when I wake up.
well, because like for instance, me a lot of times I'm cranky, but it's because I like my girlfriend is staring at us like she's from The Ring right now.
That's scary. Damn.
Look at that outfit. She looks like that's my special.
Did you go to LaSalle, dude?
Yeah.
You go to St. Mary's School?
I just got a little sound coffee. Anyways, well, for instance, if I wake up like miserable, it's usually because I wake up and I'm like, I gotta clean the house. I gotta do, you know, it's like I got all this shit to do.
Nah, I'm clinically depressed. So when I wake up, I'm like, oh, you should have fucking not woken up. And thank you. Shout out.
We got an amen from my girlfriend.
Got an amen.
She's been in bed all day.
Deacon depression. So fucking yeah, dude. And then I wake up and I'm like, meh. And like last night, Jazz like got food for herself, and I was like, bitch, you fucking, I'm hungry too, dude. Like, get me food. And then she's like, I'm sorry, I'll get you breakfast in the morning. So I'm like, cool. So in the morning, she's like, you want to go to breakfast? I'm like, yeah. We go to her breakfast place.
What's her breakfast place?
Well, like it's called Amy's Place or something. Like I said before, everywhere we go, I've never been. I never go anywhere. She's like showing me the world. She's like, I'm like Helen Keller.
She's like Aladdin.
She's just showing me like various water sources. And, like breakfast.
You know it didn't happen like that. Like water, Helen.
You know what's crazy about all of that? I don't give a fuck.
You know Helen Keller did burlesque.
Bro, whatever.
She was cool. You
Attack.
ever look down your shirt and spell attic? Remember that? That was big in elementary school.
Or like, dude, like, you ever go to PennIsland.com?
Yep. Danny Russo used to always say that, and I'm like, all right, wait a second, that spells penis land.
You know, so I saw Danny Russo, and I was like, damn, hey, Danny Russo.
Don't say anything. He might be a listener.
I haven't seen you in a while, Danny. And then, the next time I saw him, it was like this. I was like this.
Because you were tired.
I woke up, and he's like, oh, and I was like, ugh, fuck. What's up, Danny Russo?
Wait, weren't you were coming out of your house, right?
No, I OD'd at the hospital. I fucking woke up, and he was there.
Oh.
I think it was the first time I OD'd, too. Shout out the first time I OD'd.
Aw. Shout out Instagram handle. Anyways, so Jazz.
Yeah, so I get up and I get fucking mad. We go to first of all, we park, and she's like, I was like, how far down the street is it? She's like, it's 2 minutes. And I go, cool, not a fucking distance. So again, right there. So she says 2 minutes. I drive for about a minute and a half, and then I'm like, oh, I'll park right here. We park, and I look at the number. It's like, we're at like 400. She's like, oh, it's at 215. I was like, I'm not walking 200. She's like, it's fine. It's a 5-minute walk. I was like, you understand we're walking at like a 10% grade. By the time we're going to be full, chock full of nuts, and I'm going to have to walk back up this hill. Now, granted, this whole
How is
thing,
it uphill 2 ways?
No, I said it was 10% grade. I didn't say it was a positive grade. It was a negative grade, 10% grade.
Okay.
You know, 10% grade, kind of like what would be illegal if you were going down the Rocky Mountain.
Well, because you said back up this hill, like we gotta go back up the hill, like we gotta go up the hill again.
Oh, so it was not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Who's that guy that pushes the rock? Prometheus?
Atlas.
No.
Johnny Push a Rock.
Hey, did you hear about when that you told Atlas about Helen Keller? He went like this.
Atlas shrugs, dude.
Oh, Ayn Rand. Okay, so yeah, so then we get to the breakfast place, and they're like, it's a 40-minute wait. Side note, it's not a 40-minute wait. There's a fucking table free, but it's like,
It's
a
reserved.
weird, yeah. And then she's like, sorry, like college kids. And I turn around, and it's like the most college kids. Yeah, literally. So then I'm like, cool. So then we walk out, and as soon as we walk out, I'm like, cool, I'm going to go ahead and ruin our morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to ruin it. So I get into my car, and I'm just like driving, and she's like looking up breakfast places, but I'm like, So then I go to Wendy's in the drive-thru. I go, you want anything? She goes, no. And I just eat a fucking junior bacon cheeseburger. We go in the house. She starts doing the dishes, and then I go to Jared. I call him. I'm like, I don't want to do the podcast here. Let's go to your house. Because I'm a little prick.
At least you recognize it.
And then I
though.
get here, and then I just called her like 5 minutes ago. And I was like, hey, I love
Sorry.
you. I'm sorry. She's like, no, I'm sorry too. And I was like, why? And she's like, well, for nothing.
Aw. I gotta say, like Sam and I, that's a big rule. If I get a Gatorade, I get her a Gatorade. If she gets McDonald's, you gotta get me one. That's you guys are not as experienced as us, so you're learning.
No, I am.
You know?
But I don't know. I do it like if I get myself something and not her, I feel like guilt. I feel guilty.
If I were to get myself McDonald's and not her, I would eat it in the car and then throw it away discreetly.
Yeah, or eat all of it and be like, I should have eaten all that McDonald's. And she got a Big Mac and fries, which is what I would have got, except for when I want to treat myself and I get a.
Filet of fish. I gotta tell you, Big Mac is too much bread.
It is too much bread.
It's too much bread.
But I guess if you think about it, any amount of bread is too much bread. Because what am I, a sandwich? So what do you want to do the how you doing?
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm not doing good.
No, why?
I don't. The past week, aside from the one big thing we did,
Yep.
I just not great. I don't know why. Just
You really
not
did
good.
this a
I didn't.
lot
I didn't
yourself.
do. I didn't do anything I wanted to do, and then I just got very hard on myself. I don't know. Right now I'm tired. I always get caught in this position. I'm
I
I'm
don't know. So continue.
sure. I'm pretty tired, and like I don't really want to do anything. So like
Huh.
the self-care would be like just don't do anything. But
What?
I made plans already to like go out and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, but you got to honor the plans. So what do? Do you do the self-care or do you go out? I'm going to go out. What do you do in those situations?
Well. Ooh yeah, Freakazoid. That was a show.
That was a show.
So I mean, what I do, like, I have two options. My number one is because we all have that little bit of weight bringing us down. My weight is My weight is like an iceberg.
It's all in your hips, dude.
It's like, wow, you got a little. Thank you. Wait,
Thank you.
it is all in my hips. I have, yeah. Well, I'm trying to lose it because it is right there, and I really don't like it.
My pants are
I don't
sliding
want to do
off.
it anymore.
You don't want to do what? I
Alright,
can't.
I'm back. So,
Oh, I didn't know what you were doing.
yeah, I did it though. So already. So yeah, there's two options. I could either let the fucking 90% hidden under the water weight of the world drag me down into the depths. It's kind of hard for me to do that though because I know that like the over under is ridiculous. So it's like if you want to like succumb to this, then you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up killing something and looking at it, and so then I can either just be like, meh, I don't wanna do anything, meh, but I really can't do that anymore. I can't just like sulk anymore. It's hard for me. Because sulking is like the cousin of chilling, kind of, and I can't chill.
Right, but isn't it good for your body, your mental health, to just say, you know what, I'm gonna not do anything today?
No. Never.
I don't think that's correct.
It's not true. No. Oh, I don't feel good, so I'm going to just let myself relax. No, that you have to, like, if something's not good, that means it's like a muscle. It's like you got to work out this muscle. You got like a knot in your brain you got to work out. So I'm just going to sit there and, like, smoke weed till I die? No. Do I do that? Yes. But am I going to do that again? Yes. So I guess what I'm saying is no. Usually I try to do something.
Okay,
If
yeah.
I can get over that first little cusp of like when you first work out and you're like doing the first set, you're like, this is whack. But if I can like if I can get over that, and that's like a literal example, I could sit in front of the TV and chill, but also do like curls or something, feel.
Well, yeah, because here's my thing. I know I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna have fun. When I come back, I'm gonna say I'm glad I did that.
Yep.
But I'm gonna end up drinking, and then I wanted to take a break from that, so it's just like that double-edged sword there. But I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna
It's not
go
really a
out, and I'm gonna have.
double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword that you're sharpening.
Yeah, I
You don't
always
have to.
sharpen it.
You don't have to.
Anyways, I'm gonna go out. Okay, and that's my story. How am I doing? 6 out of 10.
Okay, pretty good, pretty good.
Okay, I'm doing fine now.
I'm doing fine now as well. I would say I'm a 6 out of 7 out of 10. 6 to 7 out of 10.
Oh.
Only because I have to be. Because you just gotta lie to yourself, dude. You gotta David Goggins it. You ever like, you ever think about fucking? You ever think about doing it? What you
Who's
gotta
David
do?
Goggins?
He's this guy. You're lazy. You're fat and lazy.
Oh, you're thinking of
David Goggins.
I was gonna make a joke. I don't even have
I am
anything here.
so fucking itchy because I touched the cats.
Aw, but they're so cute. Picture of my cats right here.
Fucking god. So you want to get into it? Talk about what we did.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Here we go. Ready? Joe's about to just up the fucking energy. So we did stand up, dude. We did stand up. Jared was like, "Oh, I want to do stand up." I was like, "Let's do stand up."
I think that contributed. I was so like, I need to have everything perfect. I need to write everything down and go over it. Is the time right? Bing
Oh
bong.
yeah, I knew what was gonna happen the whole time. It was just gonna be a nice mental workout for you, because it was. I remember when I went up, like I was like, "Oh, I'm funny," and until you get on that stage, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not really funny."
Mine was the opposite though. I was like, I should have just gone up and fucking.
So basically, Jared and I had two approaches. We went to this. It was like a small open mic thing. We ended up being last on the list. We tried to like sign up earlier, but like it looked like they all knew each other and shit. And they all,
Oh,
like,
they
knew
did.
who
Last
to
time I
call
went, it
and
was
stuff.
all the same
Yeah.
people.
So like we were 22 and 23 on the list, meaning by the time like we didn't realize that, like I thought that out of respect I was gonna stay for most of it regardless, just because like I'm watching.
I did too.
You know, like I don't want to like just have people watch me and then leave. That's why.
Mhm.
But like we were so low on the list that like that's what was happening. People were just kind of walking out. It was kind of like people were just walking up, doing their set, and leaving almost.
Mhm.
So by the time we got up, a lot of things happened. A lot of things changed. Like for instance, in the beginning, we had a host who didn't know she was 45, and it's cool if you are, but you're not a Houston Oilers cheerleader anymore. In
No.
fact, the Houston Oilers aren't even a team anymore, right?
Oh yeah,
no.
she did.
Yeah, right. They're not. It's the Texans, right?
The Houston Texans.
Or is it? Or it was not the Oilers
look it
anymore.
up.
I don't think it's the Oilers.
Well, we'll fact check it.
Whatever
we'll
it
put
is.
Up.
So
I'll
she
put it
was
up
like
right
kind
there.
of doing like some real like crass like sexual humor of like look how big my fake tits are.
And
but
it was Christmas themed.
oh, dude, it was so whack. So that's how it started. And by the time we went up, what happened?
She got fucking absolutely obliterated.
Annihilated.
Ugh. And I do it like, and I'm doing my joke, and then like I'm talking, and I said TikTok, and she goes, he said TikTok.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
so
huh.
before the people are coming up, I'm sitting there with him. After like 20 minutes, we start getting comfortable, and then I'm like, there's people like talking during the sets, and it was fucking annoying.
Very annoying.
So I was like telling people to shut up. Like I was like, yo, shut up. Like shut the fuck up. Shut up.
But then he was scaring the comics,
I didn't mean to scare the comics.
which is stupid, dude.
No, they were like one guy was like talking like he was doing his acting. I thought he was pretty funny. So
He was.
the people behind me are having their little side conversation. And I just turn around. I'm like, yo, can you guys like shut up, please? And Jared's like, be nice. Jared ended up agreeing with me.
I didn't realize how fucking distracting that is
Yeah.
until you get up there.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
it
like
was, like,
so
unfair.
annoying. Yeah.
Disrespectful. Like you guys can't shut up. So I did that, and then the guy up there is like, he kind of works it into his act. He's like, oh Jesus Christ, like like, thank God that guy's on my side. I was like, dude, I'm on your side. Don't worry about it. He's like, oh, anyone else like shaking right now? And I was like, man, this fucking whole room is a bunch of nonsense, fucking bags.
I
of
think
vanilla wafers.
that's like, I feel like in order to be like a successful comic, you can't be like scared like that. That's not gonna
No,
work
because
at all.
it's like all like all right, like the first guy that went up, I thought they were all funny. They were like, I was like kind of close to them, and Jared and I were like, if it wasn't for us fucking laughing at shit, like that place would.
I thought the first like couple, I was like, this was like surprisingly very
Yeah.
funny.
I thought it was funny, so I'm laughing at the jokes and shit. But like the first guy, he was kind of. A few of them would work me into them because I'm just like right there looking at him, and I would like say something, not like whatever. The guy gets off the stage, and I go up to him like, "Yo, that was a good set," and you could see his face. He's like, "Thanks, dude. Like I was like, bro, you were like roasting me on stage a second ago. I thought it was funny. Why now we're off stage? You're not funny anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Like, be yourself.
I think
dude.
that's the problem with writing those like one-liner jokes.
Yeah.
Like you got to bring yourself into that.
Yeah.
Unless you're like doing like some Dimitri Martin shit.
We had completely different approaches to the stand-up.
D-
My approach was no approach.
Well, mine I wrote everything word for word. I was timing myself doing it because I was like, it's got to be. I don't want to get the light because if they give me the light, then I'm gonna get nervous.
Was a distant memory. When we went up there, bro. It was like there was nothing. There was no structure.
You recorded me. Mine was over 7 minutes.
Yeah, mine was only like 5.
I think I missed
a little bit of the beginning. I think.
Yeah, but like, was there a light? I don't know. Anyways,
no, because in the beginning, what she was doing is she would go like. She would snap for the first couple. When we had a minute left, she would do like a snap.
How the fuck am I gonna hear that?
But then at one point, she lost motor functions and literally couldn't snap.
Jesus, yeah.
And she's like skipping over people and like, but I think like one dude got skipped over a couple times, and then he goes, and then the guy noticed, and he's like, "All right, you're up next for sure." And he's like, "Nah, forget this, dude. I'm just gonna leave." And like, I was like, "All right, dude. Everyone here is kind of like a biscuit. That's why you guys are in Providence and not like actually following your dreams."
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So anyway, so Jared. I went up first, right?
Well, no. So I before
yeah,
that, I get to your house and I'm like, oh, so what do you got planned? And you're like, I don't know, nothing really. And I'm like, now I'm freaking out for him. I'm like, dude, what do you mean? This is the biggest opportunity of our life, dude. What are you talking about? This could make or break our whole careers, dude.
Good luck showing your face on the circuit if you fuck this up.
I know.
So I had like a kind of loose structure. Like I had I knew what I was gonna end with, like a just in case end. And that went pretty well. But again, it was like the worst fucking crowd. And like to get any laugh was like amazing.
And this is the second one I've been to. The first one was just like that too. Like I would laugh and then no one was laughing. I'm like, oh, that was funny. Aren't we all comics here? Like,
yeah, like can we just be supportive?
Not that I'm a comic.
No, but it's like a general like just. It's always the more people it is, I find like the easier just to laugh. Shit's funnier when like you're in a group.
You know what I'm thinking? Maybe most of those people were going up, so they're like reviewing their shit. You know?
Yeah, but
like they're not there for like.
No, they're working their bits.
And there was no one there who just like went to watch.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, the utility they got out of it was good enough because they were like, oh, like my friends who are also comics saw my set. We're all kind of like workshopping stuff, I guess. But I went there to have fun, you know? And I was a little nervous in the beginning, but then people started talking, and I was like, I'm not nervous anymore. And so there's a guy there. First of all, we walk in, the place stinks. There's a dude there that smells like shit, okay?
The place doesn't stink. There were 2 people there that smelled like shit.
Yeah. One guy was blind. I was like, are you like olfactorily blind too?
I walked in on him peeing. And he's like, oh, no, that's cool with me, man. And you know.
Oh, my God. And then he comes out. Dude, Jared comes out of the bathroom. And he sits down. And the guy just, like, starts a conversation with Jared. He's like, so, what are you guys doing here? Are you guys comics? And Jared just goes to me. He's like, yeah, I just saw this guy's dick.
Yeah. Well, I knew. I was like, this guy, he doesn't know a word that I'm saying.
Oh,
so.
my God. He's blind, bro. He probably didn't even know you saw his dick.
He said he's blind, but he also went there to watch the hockey game.
Wow.
So
what a roller coaster.
Yeah, I don't think so, dude.
You're just
nice
cocked.
try.
Oh, you're just drunk as fuck, just like you were when you were in my restaurant.
Dude, and he was talking like he was a big hockey fan, and I said like puck, and he's like, I don't know what that.
I don't know
what a puck is. I'm not really too sure.
It's like that fucking College Humor skit, the guy that knows nothing, and he's like the technician that knows nothing, and she's like, oh yeah, like I think it's underneath the computer, and he's like, come.
That's funny.
He's like, computer. He's like, and she's like, well, are you thirsty? You want a glass of water? He's like, what?
That's funny though.
She's like, water. You don't know water? He's like, oh, like in my bottle, and he holds up a bottle with that like colored sand in it. She's like, no, dude. She's like, they're not in the bottle. He's like, bobbit. Like, you just said bottle. What is what a bobbo?
You know, I've been thinking like. I want to do like little TikTok funny videos.
Yeah, I think it'd be. I mean, let's be honest. I don't do anything for this.
No, you don't.
But
how many clips have you put up?
None, dude.
All right, thank you.
How many side businesses have you started, dude?
Is this a side business?
Oh yeah, I guess one.
I guess it's more like a charity.
See, that's funny, and that's the kind of shit you should talk.
You know what I'm gonna do next time? I'm gonna look at this as like an opportunity to like, it's like for myself. So I want to go up there with like not really much because like that's something that sort of like scares me.
Yeah, it's
So like just going up there, like just going up there.
There's a guy online that like he's like has like social anxiety or whatever, and he does these things where he like gets used to being
Oh, rejected.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
gets
yeah.
rejected like once a day or something.
He like goes into like a store and it'll be like, "Oh, you guys have saddles for horses?"
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be like, "No, dude. Like this is Bob's stores. What are you talking about?" He's like, "All right, thank you." And he'll go outside. He's like, "All right, that's enough for today." And like I guess he goes home and kills himself. I don't really know.
No, well, the one I was thinking he would like do stuff like ask people for like a hug or something, and then most of the time they would do it.
Getting comfortable with rejection is very difficult, but like very beneficial. I've never had to, but so fucking we go to the thing and I go up first, and I have like a couple things planned. Basically, I'm gonna tell a story of like this guy.
You didn't go up first.
I didn't go first.
No.
Oh yeah, you went first. Sorry.
Guy didn't even watch.
No, I did. I filmed it.
I went after that lady.
No, you went after the lizard.
Oh, the
lady. I forgot about that lady. That lady
Don't
was.
say anything.
Oh my god, so uncomfortable. I forgot about that.
You
it
know
was
what?
like if a mall made jokes. Like
no,
if a,
it was like if fucking I don't know. I can't think of it.
You know that thing online? It's like I'm DJ Funny Bone. That guy that like does stupid stuff. It looks like her thing. It was like cringy, like cringy.
Yeah.
And her face sucked.
Like, I'm the funny one in the group.
Yeah, but she wasn't. And everyone was like,
Well, no,
oh,
the thing is, she
shit."
might be of her group.
I know. Like
probably
who's her
is.
group though. Her and 4 chairs.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So she goes up. She sucks. And then there's like a guy that goes up who was something the lizard. Lenny the lizard. Larry the lizard.
Oh yeah, because he like licks vagina or
Oh, my
something.
God,
That's what
dude.
he was telling me.
But this guy is Yakitori Tina Turner. He's so coked
that
up.
yeah, okay. I was gonna
Like
do
his
it.
whole thing is coke, and he's like friends with. I go out to have a cigarette. I come back in. They're like boys.
Well, because he's like, man.
Yo, dude, the eyes, bro.
Hey, lockjaw,
Bro,
lockjaw, man.
He kept
I'm
screaming.
like, all right,
Him
dude.
and Jared just kept going lockjaw. Am I right? To each
Well, 'cause
other,
it
like
was
they
one
were
of those-
Old.
It was just one of those situations where I'm like, I don't know how to respond to you, so I'm gonna just keep saying your catchphrase back
I'm gonna
to you.
mirror you like I'm a fucking.
Yeah. Hey, lockjaw, man. I was on the front yard with my kid, and I had lockjaw, man. I got locked up 4
But, like,
years.
He would tell a joke, and like Jared.
A
is
joke?
Like, we're like, yeah, I know, right? He would just tell a series of words, and like we're at the bar, and like Jared's like behind me, so like he's looking at Jared, which now makes more sense. 'Cause-
yeah.
But I thought he looked like he was looking at me. But so you tell
No,
a
he-
joke, and he'd be like, so this bitch comes up to me. And she's saying that I'm not gonna pipe it down. Boy, I hit that shit so hard you would think she was running away from her crimes.
Yeah. And I'm like, lockjaw. All right. All right.
Yeah, they crazy. They're crazy out there. They don't make them like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I told her because my boy was selling weed. I was selling dope.
Yeah. I'm like, lockjaw. Is this? You want me to say your
Staring
catchphrase?
into your fucking soul. Yeah, dude. He's like landslide. Oh, dude.
What's the one? Oh, for SNL, a jackknife.
Yeah, but the same. I think landslide might have been a real one.
Oh.
Or earthquake. Earthquake.
SNL they had Slappy Pappy.
Dude, whatever. He's
Earthquake
trying to
is
do,
a
it's real one, right?
comic. Yeah.
Yeah. So then Jared goes up.
Yes, because I went right after him because I went up and I said, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, we don't know what
And
the fuck
everyone
that
went-
was." Everyone went nothing.
Yeah. I was like, I thought that was kind of.
It was pretty. It was like Jared making jokes, having zero reaction, and quickly trying to be like, "All right, okay, next," and nobody was.
Well, so because at that point I was like, I don't. No one's gonna laugh, so I'm just gonna get up there and read my shits because all the purpose of this is for me to just get up there. So I don't.
You were a little like this though.
Well, here's the thing. She was throwing me off talking, and
Yeah.
and I was so tired and I drank too much.
Yep.
Yeah, but I just wanted to get up there and do it,
You
and
had
I
a
did
good
it.
joke though. You had a good joke about eggplants and black people. You were like, black people look like eggplants or something.
I still think the whole thing's funny. The delivery was was horrible.
The delivery was horrendous, but I mean, you were. What is the phrase? This is a phrase. You stacked the loaded deck dice.
I had the loaded
you were
dice stacked
using
against the
yeah.
dice. The dice were stacked on top of me.
The loaded dice were stacked on
Yeah.
top of him. So I mean, then I went up, and I had the same kind of plan. I had a story that I wanted to tell. It was a story about me like kidnapping.
He had the
somebody.
same kind of plan, but also the opposite.
Yeah, I had in my head I was like, oh, I planned stuff out because I had I had 3 things that I might do. So I go up there and I'm telling the fucking story and I'm like blah blah blah. And like I'm looking to my right and this bitch is still talking and now she's cocked. So she's so drunk that like this other guy comes in. You know like those like fucking, you know, what's the word? Like angel like guardian. He was trying to fucking help her out but also like a cuck. It was like the guys that are like, "Oh, my lady, of course. Like, may I introduce you to my? Let me get the."
Oh, ew,
Like,
really? I didn't
he's the
notice
kind of
that.
guy that would those fucking guys that put their coats over puddles in the 20s for women to walk over. Like that was him.
Yeah.
So he's talking to this guy. I'm just like, yo, and I look at him. I go, yo, beard, look at me. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up, both of y'all. So I had a really good joke in the beginning. She was talking, and I said, "Can you save whatever you're talking about for a circle of folding chairs in a church basement?" Such a good AA
That took
joke.
me a second. Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't take me a second, obviously, because I said the joke and I've been to AA.
You also said one about she's had 5 drinks and her
Oh
Xanax has
yeah,
had
that
10
was,
or
yeah.
something.
She goes, so that was kind of like on the way out though. But like then I had another joke where the guy's still talking to her, and I was like, bro, she's basically a liquid at this point. Like you're not gonna like why you have no chance. Why are you talking to her? I tried to get through the story a little bit. They were laughing at like the crowd work, and yeah, then on the way out, like the guy's like, she only had 2 drinks. I was like, yeah, but her Xanax had 5.
Yeah. You
That
know,
was a good one.
here in my head, I was like, before going into it, if something like people are talking, you can just ignore it. You can't.
No,
You can't ignore the elephant
no,
in the
you
room.
gotta lean into it.
And that makes it even funnier because everyone's already they're thinking about that.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
it's like it's an easy way to get everyone on your side
Yeah.
quickly.
I was also like, I'm scared of like this. I was nervous about like going through it and my flow and then being like, oh shit, I have to. So
Yeah.
that's why I was like, let me just read off of it so I don't have to like have like an awkward silence or anything.
That's why I had like one general thing and then a closer. So I was like, if I can just and the closer was kind of like floaty, so it could be like shorter or longer if I needed it to be. Now that I think about it, I feel like a lot of thought did go into it, but just like very like organically. You know what I mean? Organic thought. So at the end, my closer was, I just go like, "No, guys, I really appreciate it. Like, you know, you guys coming out here on a serious note. Like, this is my first time doing stand up, and my dad flew out from New Jersey to see me perform comedy. So I just want to thank." And I just went up to the closest guy to me, and not my dad, obviously. And I just shook his hand. I was like, "Thanks a lot, I appreciate it." Blah blah. And everyone was laughing, and I go,
And I went, that's not his dad.
"No, that's not what Jared said."
It's not his
He
dad.
did-
Don't
Jared
laugh.
Jared did yell something though. At one point, when I was at first, because I was telling a joke, you couldn't tell I was about to yell at these people. I was like in the middle of a joke, and I just immediately go, "Yeah, dude." So the beard, shut the fuck up, bro. And you can hear Jared go, "All right, now it's fine." And then I
Well, it's like at a certain point, I was like, this guy's gonna get in a fight.
good.
He's gonna get in a comedy fight.
No, that's what I realized. At that point, I was like, "Oh, nobody's gonna fight me here."
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's gonna fight me. I can just say
That's
what I want.
true.
And like, you should be able to say like they were roasting me too, and I like laughed at it, and then like congratulated them for their
Oh, when
thing.
you were outside, yeah, some guy was like, he was kind of trying to roast me.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, nice tie dye sweatshirt,"
And you're like,
and I was
"Thank
like,
you."
okay, all right.
All right,
And
keep
then he
going.
was like trying to roast someone else, and no one laughed. And I was like, you could go back to roasting me if you want.
Yeah, like come on, please.
you can
like, maybe
you
part
could
of
do
it.
that. Yeah, I'll do that.
And then so like I'm about to end. I'm like, thanks so much. And I'm like literally having ADD. So like halfway through, I like look at the keyboard. I'm like, does this work? Do we get a yes or no on this? Is this gonna work? Because I could use this.
Oh yeah.
And then I just heard Jared like talk about our podcast.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, we got a podcast called Clam Cakes, and I'm like, I want one word, Clam Cakes, but he wants 2 words, Clam Cakes. So we got a fucking Mason-Dixon line separation in there. No fuck. And then I was like, all right, bye. And then I looked down, there's a drum in front of me, and I was like, whose drum is this? And I was like, all right, thanks, I'm Joe Cash.
I think that's good. Do you want to keep doing it?
Yeah.
Because I do too.
I would do it again.
If anything, I feel like it like helps me with my life.
Yeah, because I think like it's like there's no other way to do it except to be like confident. Like you have to at one point be confident
Yeah, exactly.
because you have to be able to like think on your feet and like because there's always gonna be people like that. And I feel like if I was a comic, I would just be like a crowd work comic.
I would not want to do that. I like writing.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
I like writing a good joke too, but like I think like I'm funnier when I'm just like off the cuff cuffing it, you know.
I could do crowd work, but it would be like an Andy Samberg type crowd work, where he's not like making fun of people, or he's like, look at this guy's got I want to
but
lick
that's
his mustache.
Yeah, that's funny. I
Yeah.
was gonna do that too.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, that guy was just annoying the fuck out of me. And then I get off stage and he goes, "Hey, bro, like, sorry about that, dude. I was like, nah, I don't care, dude." I was like, "You gave me material." And he goes, "What'd you say?" He goes, "Gave me material." He goes, "Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah." I go, thanks, dude. Yeah. To you as well.
God.
Cool.
We're going to be the most hated comics in
I don't
in
give
Rhode
a fuck.
Island.
No, it was fun. The first kid was funny. There was a couple other guys that were funny, but
Mhm.
like the guy that stood out was the joke in the beginning because his dude, I was geeking, bro. In the beginning, his jokes were really
The one that
gross.
was like doing like off the note cards.
Yes, yes.
He was The people that were like funny were the same people that I saw that first time. So they must just do it like every night.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I was listening to Chris D'Elia today, and he was like, comedy's like different than music because like you can't just like do comedy every night. You can like find somewhere to go up every night. But then the way he was describing it was like, bro, you know that you can do this because you're famous. He's like, if I want to, I could just do every night at the Laugh Factory. And I was
There's
like, okay.
there's open mics every night.
Yes. Also, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But
you
it's
gotta get out
our
the fuck-
open mics. There's no one is going to laugh.
You got, but honestly,
What I don't know. So then what's the path to well, I guess sometimes some of those people go on
I
tour.
mean, basically, it's like you and I know that first guy was funny. So eventually, the
yeah,
right
but what's
person
the
is
next?
gonna know that the
Is
first guy's
a
funny.
Netflix exec gonna come in?
No, it's gonna be. I mean, you gotta like cut your teeth. You gotta keep going to these little
It's
ass
true, I
clubs,
do have
and
to
then
cut my
eventually
teeth.
you can go to the Comedy Connection, and there can be like a local comic night, whatever. Because like there's open mics and shit. But like when I was in LA, there was this thing called I forgot what it's called, but my boy ran it with his friend, and it was like they put on a little comedy show. So
Mhm.
it's like, I guess
There are
LA
some
is the
I
best
see.
example, but like I don't know how many like pop ups there are in Providence or whatever.
I think Comedy Connection. You have to like send in a tape of you doing stand up to
Okay.
do an open mic there.
Okay.
Or I've seen like in that group, it's like, send me a tape and a tape. Send me a
Send me tape.
send me a laser disc and you have a chance to open up for me and tour or some shit.
I mean, it's what it is. Honestly, it's all about who you know.
Dude, I called it. That guy was gonna talk about Disney.
Bro, first
Called
of
it.
all, you knew that guy worked for Disney. This kid fucking scammed me on a bet.
No, I told you he does the same Disney bit every time, but he
I
didn't. He
know
actually
that.
didn't do the same.
I didn't hear that part. So
Oh,
in
yeah.
my head, I was
You
like,
thought I was just guessing?
Bro, I literally was like,
Oh,
this
no.
kid can read people like a fucking book. He's like,
No, I told you about him and the.
and I wanted to
Say.
pay. I wanted to bet $20, and you said I said 20, and then you said 5.
Well,
But
because
you knew you were gonna win the bet.
No, well, because I didn't see his Disney props. He
Oh,
did a
he-
whole big Disney about like fucking Dorothy in the ass.
Dude, I'm
and
standing next to the bathroom, and sure enough, this guy goes, "Yeah, I was at Disney." I was like,
yeah,
"Dude,"
some
I was
guy
like,
was like here. And
"Oh
I was
yeah,"
like,
and then
what?
I told my boy, and he's like, "You want me to go give it to him?" And I was like, "Yeah." His name's. He said, "Say it's from Joe." And he's just like,
I was so confused at first, but yeah, I
Yeah.
won the bet. So I
So
made
that's-
$5. I got paid.
there you go. This kid's a paid comic, dude. Paid reg.
I'm a paid regular at the Jack and Jill's Laughing Hut.
The one thing I took away from that place is I'm gonna go back there and steal the glasses because the glasses say J&J, and it's Joe and Jazz.
Oh, and Joe and Jared.
I didn't. Think
I
of
will
that
say
once.
the environment. Son of a bitch. The environment at Pub on Park was much better. That was so like confined in there,
Yeah, it was.
and
mad
they
small.
do every Wednesday right up the street at Copperfield's.
Yeah, I
Can't
would
do
that.
my old Italian joke there though,
Why not?
because old Italians will go. I'm in a mafia. I'm a shoot yous.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot yous and shoot your mothers.
I'ma
and
shoot
hang you.
yous.
I'm gonna hang out in the trees like the Viet Cong. But yeah, dude. I mean, comedy was fun. Comedy was good. I liked when I did the comedy. Comedy was pretty alright. I liked it. People were pretty cool there. I liked Johnny Rotten. He had a cool little vibe to him.
He at first.
Oh,
But
and
you
didn't
know-
I fucked his joke up, but I didn't mean to. He goes, "Are there any Franks in the audience?" And my
You say-
1950s dumbass
He's French?
vernacular, I thought he meant French people. So I was literally like excited to like back this guy's joke up. I'm like, Jared's French.
I'm like, no, not French. And then he when he got off stage, he's like, I knew he said French, but I just I had nothing to go off. Okay, thank you.
I was like, sorry, dude. I'm my bad.
I said,
He's like,
I'm so-
you're good, brother.
I'm sorry, Mr. Rotten.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he
And the
was-
lady was just like, I have the biggest pom-poms,
Ugh.
and my pom-poms. Hey, listen,
Are-
human euphemism for tits. Can
I
you
know.
Just stop talking about the same nonsense.
You know what's like crazy? She has probably been doing comedy for 40 years.
No, she hasn't. She's been trying to be a cheerleader for 39 and then realized that she fell off the edge of the earth and now is doing this weird thing.
I know Disney joke guy is he's like 50 years in the game.
Yeah, but I don't get that. I would stop telling people at this point. How
And
long you've been in the game.
say. He was kind of funny though.
Yeah, he was kind of funny.
I was
He was
surprised.
comfortable. That's what it was, though. He is confident. He was like comfortable up there. Because if you feel someone's like the timing is off and like his timing was really good. Like that lady that was like telling, dude, I couldn't even tell. That dude was
Dude.
telling jokes about like an orange walks into a banana or some like dumbass. Like none of the shit she said made sense.
He had a funny joke. He was like, the Paw Sox were gonna go move to Woonsocket and they'd be the Woo Sox, but I wanted them to go to Cumberland. And it's like, that's funny. That's a funny joke, guy.
I heard a joke yesterday that I still don't get, and still don't get.
I'll get it, dude.
So it was a guy. Oh my god, dude! I'll tell you, there was a guy at the bar that was trying to was getting mad that I didn't know who John Bon Jovi was. I do, but I was like, really pissed off. But it's the same guy. So he was like, I guess he had a joke that like when you go up to the bar and you see like a woman that has a ring on her finger and you want to hit on her, you go, I've never seen a ring cover up a hole. Oh, 'cause the vagina's a hole. I guess.
What, a ring, a hole?
Yeah, I've never seen a ring that can cover up a hole. And the guys looked at me like, that's pretty good, right? And I was like, dude, I don't. Can you explain it to me?
Like she's gonna finger
And
herself
then
with a ring
he's
on?
like, you know, because there's a hole in a ring, but like and I was like, I don't get it. But anyway, so this guy was like, he's kind of my
What?
regular a little bit, but he was getting a little drunk, and he was with these two guys who, side note, thought that they all knew each other. After the guy left, the two guys go, who was that guy? I was like, dude, I thought you were all like brothers. But like, so he's like, oh my god, he's keeps talking about. He's like, Joe. He's like, you know, you tell me you can't name one John Bon Jovi song. And I truly couldn't.
That's funny.
I couldn't think of one, and I kept saying, "Hold me now, home
That is
6 feet,
great.
bro." And then like we kept going, and I was like, "Dude, why do you love John Bon Jovi so much?"
First, it's not a John Bon Jovi song. If it's a Bon Jovi song,
Yeah, whatever. I mean, you know, whatever.
It's always sunny.
Yeah, because
Bovine Johnny.
it's like I really listened to Bon Jovi for the other guys. Like, couldn't name one of them. Craig Roberts. Nah.
Craig Robertson from.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
All right, so the guy's like talking. He's like, "Oh, I love John Bon Jovi," and I'm like, and he's getting like real aggravated. And I was like, "Dude, are you like?"
How old? He must be
He's probably
50.
like 40.
Yeah.
He's like, I was like, "Are you Jeff Bon Jovi?" Like, why do you is he in your car right now? Do you like just walk around trying to foment like excitement for Bon Jovi in the late 2020s? So like, fucking, he's talking more and more, and then like, he's just getting like mad irate about this, and I'm like, bro, I was like, what happens when something goes wrong in your life? Like, what happens when
You're
you're
about
late,
to find
when you're
out.
late for something? Like, do you just lose your fucking mind? And he's like, dude, he's like, I know you're fucking with me. I know you fucking with me. He's like, Joe, you better relax. I'll beat your ass. And he kept saying that.
Oh.
He's a big guy too. He's like a football player, and he's like coulda, shoulda, woulda. He's literally talking the whole time about I was on
one
the
of
field
those.
with those guys that were in the NFL. You know,
I was
like,
on a
blah, blah,
field
blah,
there.
blah. So I kept calling him Uncle Rico, and like he wasn't getting it.
I don't get
And
it.
Uncle Rico from fucking Napoleon Dynamite, where he's like, I
Oh,
can
yeah,
throw
yeah,
a pig
yeah,
skin
yeah.
over them mountains. So fucking, he keeps talking to me, and he's like, dude, come on, you don't think I could beat your ass? I was like, bro, first of all, you're drunk. Second of all, you're slow. Third of all, you live in the past. So I don't even think I can physically
Ooh.
touch you because like of dimensional separation and shit.
Oh.
And then I'm looking, and then I go, and then he's like, blah, blah, and I just look at him. I was like, brother,
Bah!
you got a better chance of getting pregnant. Truly, though, he would probably win. I'm not a good fighter, and he's a lot bigger than me. But you know, it's important to get him in the head. And then he's like, "Oh, you really think?" He's like, "How do you think you would kill me?" And I go, "Oh, buddy, you don't understand. I was like slow and low, dude. Slow and low, rock and rye, 30 castor beans
Rock
a
and rye.
month, rock and Riley's." I was like, "I'm gonna poison you, dude." And that was the guys were saying. They're like, "Dude, he's been like giving you drinks all night. Like, if there's anyone that could easily kill you,
Yeah,
it's the
that's
guy
true.
that's been giving you liquids for the
Yeah.
past 6 hours." So he went to the bathroom, never came back. I'm pretty sure.
He died in that.
Yeah. But he's talking all this shit, right? Like I'm a fighter, blah blah, like I'm tough.
Uh-huh.
And the two guys are like, you know, kind of laughing with him. And after he leaves, I look at the guy in the middle. I go, "Are you guys like martial arts or something? Martial artists?"
Are you guys martial arts?
He's
martial
like,
arts?
"Are you guys martial artists?" And they look at me like kind of weird. They're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I figured." They're like, "How did you figure?" I was like, "Because like the people that usually don't talk about beating people's asses are usually the people that can like beat people's asses."
Wait. When we were doing stand-up, a guy came in with cauliflower ear. Is that? That's not that guy.
Oh no. I know. Yeah, no.
Because I like you were kind of like joking with him, and I was like, if
Oh
Joe,
wait.
I was like, Joe's gonna pick a fight with the one guy in here with cauliflower ear.
No, dude, it's not picking a fight, okay?
But you
We
weren't picking a fight.
Yeah, we were hanging out.
You were I know. I
Oh,
realized.
wait, did he have a beard?
I don't think so.
Damn, nah, man, I don't have to.
I feel like he was bald.
I bought that couple's drinks. when they sat
Yeah, I
down.
know. Yeah. But then they were talking.
I know a little bit, but
You
it's
should
like
have taken it back.
it's the broken window theory, dude. It's like not their fault at some point. When the host is the
Well,
one fucking
the
yapping
broken
away,
window theory is not accurate, dude. It does not. It's not a good theory. When you're fixing car windows,
Oh my god!
when
What?
you're fixing windows, you
Listen.
think the world's gonna be better because your windows are fixed.
Okay, fine. So I guess we'll just think of a topic. Let's do talking topic time.
Oh, remember we were gonna do a bit where we take a bit from a podcast and then do that
Yeah.
bit? I don't know anything.
You don't know any bits?
I don't got any bits.
All right. I mean, I guess we could just live Google right now. I'm gonna.
We're gonna Google live right now.
All right. This bit is called Googling. So I'm gonna Google fun.
bit.
What is this? A podcast?
Daddy, I miss you.
Yeah. Keep singing. We don't want any dead air.
Daddy, why you die? Hey, I just got a refill on my search line that I haven't taken in 6 months.
Hey, cool. I don't have any fucking.
I'd like to stop that.
Shut the fuck up. That this is the dumbest. 31 clever podcast interview questions to ask guests. Number one.
What's your penis like?
Number one. What did your parents do for a living?
That's fun, dude.
In your own words, what does the phrase insert phrase related to your guest niche mean to you? What are you not very good? These are fucking just questions. And now there's just like a weird picture of Donald Trump. Donald doesn't do weakness.
What the? Oh, like you have to answer it funny?
I don't know. Okay, how about this? What's your favorite book and why? What's your favorite book, Jared?
Harry Potter, because it's the only one I've read.
Oh man, that's
no. You know what? One book that I read and I was like, whoa, it was 1984. And Kurt Vonnegut. I like Kurt Vonnegut.
I actually do like Kurt Vonnegut too.
I think it was called like Time Warp or something. I read 2 Kurt Vonnegut. Those were the only books that I read, and I was like, oh, this is funny. That's not true. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe.
Oh.
I think I read 3 of those. I've read books, dude, huh?
Yo, you ever read Avi books when you were younger?
That
Books
sounds
by Avi.
so familiar.
He wrote like Poppy. He wrote
Big Puppy.
something wicked this way comes. I think it's
Maybe
called.
not.
Or no, something upstairs.
Well,
something up the very
A Light in the Attic.
up the bedtime.
Something upstairs sounds familiar. You know what the problem was though? My parents don't know how to read, so I had to pick that up on my
How
own.
many books at the toothpaste factory?
Is that gonna be a running thing?
Bro, that's for me. Yeah. The idea of your dad being like Charlie Bucket's dad in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and his job is to put the caps on the toothpaste bottles in a factory. That's
I feel like
hilarious.
that's good for a sitcom. I wanted to write a sitcom, and I still might. So throwing that out
and
there.
your mom is like, "When's your next appointment, hon? Come here. Okay, we're gonna see you on March 1st of 2023. Okay, sweetie. Okay, now remember you got to call the psychiatrist. Okay, too. Okay, baby. It's gonna be 30.
My mom's like that.
Yeah, isn't she like a medical?
Oh yeah, kind of.
That's
Yeah.
what she does. With scrubs that have like SpongeBob on them.
Yeah, you have to.
Hey,
though.
come on, sweetie. Okay, come here.
My mom does not talk. Hey, sweetie, come here.
Come on. It's your birthday.
Yeah, with that. She's like, come here.
You get a free crown on your tooth because now I work at a dentist
Yeah,
office.
wait,
in
what?
this. I'll tell you my favorite book, dude.
Tell me it.
Because I'm the opposite. My mom super knows how to read.
Mm.
My mom would be reading a book. First of all, she reads like 2 or 3 books at a time, which I don't get. So does Jazz.
like-
Jazz reads like 14
Jazz,
books.
she
at a
can
time.
read, huh?
And then she finishes all of them at once. Yeah.
Wow.
She like consists, and they're all like being woman, being charged, strength and unity. The story of one woman, and it's always
That's
stuff
what
like that.
like Sam reads.
And my mom reads like, boy oh boy, black people really were treated shitty, and that's what she reads.
boy, oh boy,
Yeah.
black people.
My mom reads, hey, did you ever think that something was fine? Well, it's not. Here's a story about Tuskegee syphilis.
Whoa.
Cool, like great. Yeah, but anyway, so my favorite book, I would say growing up, I did love Harry Potter, but my favorite book is called Best Served Cold by Joe Abercrombie. Unfortunate name.
It's a book about gazpacho.
No, that's very funny.
See, I can come up with things
That's
on
funny.
the fly,
It's
huh?
a book about gazpacho. Fucking no, it's a book about revenge. It's
Oh,
about
yeah.
850 pages. Probably not the longest. Obviously, Harry Potter 5 is what 857. But
Yeah, that shit. I think I skipped a couple chapters.
no
of
way,
that.
dude. I read that whole thing. I fucking devoured it. I'm a voracious reader.
You're a racist reader.
I am a racist reader.
You gave me a book.
I turn the pages like this.
You gave me a book, and the cover was like kind of like comic booky, cartoony,
Yeah.
and it was about like
Serial killers and stuff.
no, it was like it was a novel, it was about like a guy who had a gun and he was like running away from the cops. Maybe.
Oh wait, is it a graphic novel?
Does that mean there's pictures of them?
Yeah.
There,
Was it a 4-part? No.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
But it
Yeah,
was like he would get breakfast, and he's trying not to get caught. He'd go to a breakfast place a lot. He'd eat breakfast.
a book about a guy with a gun who ate breakfast in the.
And he was like with a girl, and she'd eat breakfast with him too. But there was no one in the breakfast place. I think they killed him.
Dude, I mean, this book sounds really good. I don't know what it is.
Maybe I made it up. I don't.
Did you read it? Sounds like you-
I did.
sounds like you read
This was at Sunbury.
it. Okay, dude. So, no idea.
I don't know.
No idea.
Ah man, I wonder if I can even Google that breakfast
no,
place.
No, honestly, you probably could.
I'm gonna Google it.
Well, my book, Best Served Cold, is a revenge story. It's 850 pages. The main character is what I want to name my daughter. The main character's name is Blueby Fartface, and she's made of farts, including her face. No, it's a revenge story. It's about this girl. Her name is Manscaro Mercado. Any luck?
I just got a film called Falling
Starring
Down.
Michael Douglas.
I
That's
want-
a great movie.
Die Trying, Jack Reacher. No.
Gun Breakfast. I don't know. It's
I'll
like
find
a
it.
lot of Night and Day, starring Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise. So, Best Served Cold is there's this general Manscaro Mercado. She's like this badass bitch. She's hot. She's fucking cool as fuck, and she's like the number 2 to the king. So she's like cool. She's fighting. She's like mad. She's badass. This is within like the first 20, 30 pages of the book. She goes to this the castle and she's like talking to the king, and I guess like she's like really popular with everybody. So the king was kind of like worried for his power, like she was going to usurp him. So usurp that dick, am I right?
Hey.
Making eye contact with you and your girlfriend in that picture right now.
Okay.
So so she goes up to the castle and she's like talking to the guy, and the guy's like blah blah blah, everything's cool. And basically, while she's not looking, he grabs her and throws her through a window, the tallest window of the tower, or like has somebody do it or whatever, because she's a badass. She had to be like snuck up on or something. So she does that. She falls like 80 feet into the woods. They assume she's dead. She like breaks mad bones in her body and she's all fucked up. So the whole story is about her getting revenge on the king. It's 800 pages of her getting revenge, and it's fire.
Whoa.
She comes, so like this guy finds her, classic, like every, you get washed up, and it's usually like a local like fisherman or someone like native that's like nurses you to health with like a paste that they made and a coconut. And they're like, it's for the bones.
Oh,
Puts the
okay.
bones on, yeah. That was too vague of an accent to get mad at me for. You don't know where it's from.
Was it?
Yeah,
It's Jamaican.
it's not Jamaican.
And it's Jamaican me crazy.
Wow, thanks. So you nurse her back to health, but now she's all fucked up. She's all scarred. She has scars on her face, but she's still hot, which is the reason why I want it. My ideal woman would be like
Jasmine.
yeah, Jasmine, but if she had a face scar. So I'm trying to give her one, but she keeps waking up. She's always like,
How?
and I'm like, I said I'm sorry, mama.
My grandpa had a bunch of old books, and I read one, and I forgot what it was called, but it was about a lady who like has sex with this younger dude to get him to murder her ex-husband.
Is it Oedipus? No,
Yes.
that's nothing.
What? No,
That's nothing.
it wasn't that.
Yo, dude, I was at Shaw's the other day in line. I Oedipus my pants.
That's funny. We should do it together. We'll do it together. Stand up.
Yeah, what I do is I work at the doctor's office. So when people give me samples, I change them. I edit piss. So
And I would say something back
You
to
said
that.
something else,
Yeah.
something like-
Yeah. I think Rich is gonna be here.
that's
soon,
fine. So we're gonna. But let me talk about one more book. There's a book
Talk about
called
one more.
Blasphemy or something. I think it's called. And I was on a cruise. I also read Best Served Cold on a cruise ship. I was in.
The book's called Best Served Cold on a Cruise Ship.
Yeah, Best Served Cold on a Cruise Ship, A Story of My Life, precious novel push by Sapphire. But it was like called Blasphemy or something like that. And it was a book about this guy in the desert, and he was building this machine that could talk to God.
I've read The Alchemist.
And he was building this machine that could talk to God. And it was about like him building the machine and
Oh.
shit, and like they built it and they heard a voice, like a voice came through. And then it's like this whole religious battle or whatever. It's like people are like against it and they want to like bomb it, and it gets pretty crazy, and it comes to and it culminates into what? Into me getting to the final 3 pages of the book to find they're ripped out.
Oh, do you think that's where the blasphemous blade comes from?
I just fucking, I can't. First of all, I can't with you. Second of all,
I've also read Lord of the Flies.
I can't look at this. I get to see these CNN fucking updates. This says the real cause of homelessness, plus a haunting look at the dying Dead Sea.
What do you subscribe to?
Nothing, bro. It's like the U2 album on your phone is equivalent of the shit I get.
All right, for next episode, I'm finding the name of this fucking coffee shop murder book, unless I made that up, but I don't think I did.
Yeah, I gotta think of it.
And he's like with the lady, and then they're like, "You shouldn't be with that lady," or "The lady shouldn't be with the guy."
I feel like I had a little bit of it.
And it's red. The cover's red. And it's like, okay, all right. Well, so we're gonna end it here. I still have to watch more episodes of Ancient Aliens.
We didn't even fucking talk about it. You're ridiculous.
No, we're not going. I remember.
Yeah, but remember, you didn't watch an episode. So remember.
No, remember we said I'm not gonna do it episode by episode. We're gonna wait until I watch the whole thing.
Okay, so remember, watch the whole thing then.
Remember, I do it on my own time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. And we said, remember, we said we were going to try to get a moderator.
Okay.
Remember?
You know that I have to take another shit, and it's so funny. It's like, oh, I took 3 shits. No, I took the same shit 3 times. It's like the same amount.
I hate that.
You know
That always happens to me in the middle of the night.
And the end of it, it's like this weird angel hair shrimply pibbles, and I'm like, I don't even want to be here anymore. And it's going like this.
You just
Do you want a cherry on top?
But eventually, you're going to get a.
Oh God, you
and
wish.
then it's going to be good.
You wish.
All right, it's probably because you had Wendy's for breakfast.
Listen, yeah, but out of spite.
Out of spite. Yeah, that's true.
At 2 p.m.
He had a Baconator and a large spite.
Until next time,
Clam Cakes!